Welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we talk about issues that matter to the state, void of politics, fear of favor. Hmm. Fear of favor. Now, a trending issue since yesterday. And then when I came across it, in a way, I felt like, oh, I felt like we are doing ourselves more harm than good. Okay, especially when we take a look at our transport system. We are finding it so difficult to get a vehicle when we are going to our destinations, especially in Accra. This place is so congested that you don't even get vehicles. And even the vehicle we have, with the notion that they are too much or we have a lot of vehicles, it's not enough to carry the population along. So, why I'm saying this, the Greater Accra Passenger Transport Executives Audit flagged 60 Aayalolo buses with no revenue records since 2018. And during the first term of President John Dramani Mahama in 2016, they bought in, or shall I say imported, Aayalolo vehicles, and then it became operational on November 25th, 2016, when the NDC came into power. And that was to, ease congestion in Accra and allow traffic flow. So when these buses were being bought into the country, there were a group of people or a committee that have been set up to ensure that the in and out of this vehicle is being noted down, revenues accrued from this transport buses. The daily operational activities of these buses will be noted down. The revenue that the government gains from the buses or the operational activities of these buses will also be taken note of. And don't forget that the money that we'll get, or the revenue that will be gained, will be used for the maintenance of the buses and all that. And so they came up with the Greater Accra Passenger and Transport Executives. When this current administration came on board again, they realized that this Aayalolo buses is no longer in existence. Even if you see it, it's 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 that you see them on our roads. It is only in Accra. And even with that, you can only, like, once in a while you see Aayalolo buses. It's not that common. And so, per their investigation, they found out that 10 of those buses were being sent to Kumasi. And then out of those buses, the 60 buses that they brought about 247 buses. But then I learned that most of these buses broke down and all that. And then the 60 buses remaining that was useful, the government gained nothing, not even a peswa. Not even a peswa. Then I asked myself, we have people that have been designated to ensure the affairs of this bus, the operational activities of these buses. How come we were not able to get money? Was it that the buses were being operational and the money was being shared among some group of people, or the money was being taken but it was being diverted for a different purpose? Because tell me why the government will import bus into the country and these buses are not free. When you're on board these buses, you will need to pay. In as much as it is the government that owns it, you need to pay, because if the vehicle should break down, that same money that you pay will be used in repairing the bus so it doesn't break down. But even with that, I mean, we had a couple of vehicles, the Aayalolo buses that were not working. There is a whole lot of issues surrounding this whole thing about the Aayalolo bus. But the main issue is that since 2018, there've not been any record, not even 10 pesos, that, oh, the buses that were being imported into the country, this is when we use the bus, this is what we got. This is the total amount. Maybe out of the total amount, we use, say, 10% of the money to do the repairs and the maintenance, and then the rest, 90% of the money has been sent into the office of the state. Not even 10 pesos. But we have leaders that were designated to ensure that this operation of these buses runs smoothly. So where is the money? That is the question. Where is the money? And this is how corruption set in. And with this, I can boldly say that there was no strict monitoring, there was no strict supervision. Because if there was strict monitoring and supervision, since 2018 up to now, we were not able to detect that the few buses that was working was generating nothing. So the buses was operational, but with zero account. And this happened during the previous administration, during the MPP government, when the MPP governments were in power. Are they trying to tell us that they never noticed something of that sort? Or they did, but they did not really pay attention to it? You see, the way we cater for state properties is so bad. The way we go about properties that belongs to the state, it's so uncalled for. We don't care because it is for the state. It's not for my father. That is what they'll tell you. And it's not for my father. It's not for any of my family members. So I can do anything I want to do. And that is why we keep struggling. Imagine all those 247 Aayalolo buses are still operational. All the Metro Mass buses, because those Metro Mass buses was operational during the Mahama administration. Imagine it's still effective. We wouldn't struggle. We will not struggle. But they are not. And even the Aayalolo bus, we left those buses rotting to the sun and to the rain. We didn't pay much attention to it. We felt like it's none of our property. With this issue, we need to dig down and get those money back. It is humans that spend that money, not ghosts. Thank you for making time with me on the scale.